right, y'all, quick video. Got the G-body in here, Cutlass Calais, for the T-top repair. So I just was on live. I made a little live video, but I'm gonna make a regular video for all of my subscribers. I appreciate all the love and support. So I finally got the car in here. We got the box Chevy to the paint shop last night. The guy gave us a deadline, 3 to 4 weeks. He said 4 weeks guaranteed. He said, but he might have the car done in 3. So he's gonna paint all of the suspension pieces first. The UMI upper and lower control arms finally came in. So we got the UMI upper and lower control arms, the UMI trailing arms, double adjustable trailing arms, top and bottom. So he's spraying all of them first. Then we can go pick them up, bring them back and start assembling the frame. The wheels will be, they came today. The wheels came today. 28-inch Forgiatos, 10-inch rear lip. The barrels are chrome. The faces are rose gold. So custom made. Those came in today. So now we can mock everything up, put the wheels on there, see what we can cut out of the rear end, and then get the wheels a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch off of the frame. That way everything is we have ride control. You know, we're not worrying about anything rubbing. And hopefully he gave us a 4-week timeline guaranteed. So that puts us into May sometime. So hopefully if he sticks to his word and we get that car back in 4 weeks, hopefully by the end of May, to be very first week of June, this car will be on the street. The motor's going to the machine shop Monday to get head work, cam, oil pump, all of that stuff. The rings gapped for the Whipple supercharger. And hopefully they said that's a few week turnaround. So if everything goes as planned, which you know how these shops are, you deal with a lot of different stuff when you have a shop. So we're just gonna say 2 months out. Hopefully by June, this car will be on the road and we'll be at the car show. So look forward to that. But right now, we're working on a Cutlass Calais. This is a friend of mine out of Cincinnati. He bought this car. And I tell anybody that's ever asked me about T-top cars in the Midwest, I advise you to stay away from T-top cars in the Midwest. 99% of every T-top car that you find in the Midwest is going to be rusted in the T-top area. And guys will go through great measures to try to seal these T-tops from leaking, or to be able to make it look good to sell to somebody else, to pass on a lemon to somebody else. And that's exactly what happened in this situation here. So basically they took spray foam and fiberglass resin and filled all of this in. Same way on the other side, all the way to the lip. This whole lip is gone of this windshield. And you can see that that's a little bit of skim coat of some filler over top. Spray foamed in here, probably, you know, ground their spray foam down, fiberglassed over it, and painted this car. This car was recently painted. And it's not no hell of a paint job, but it's like a Mako paint job. But whoever had this car did all of this BS work just to be able to put a Band-Aid on a problem so that they could sell this car. And my buddy, unbeknownst to him, he's not knowing what to look for. He just seen the car. He seen it was a fair price. He wanted the T-top Cutlass and he bought it. And now here we are. So now floor pans need replaced because the T-tops was leaking, got the carpet soaking wet. Now he has holes in the floor. So it just leads from one thing to another. But it just goes to show you the length that people would go to sell some BS. So now I tell people, they have black covers over these pieces, the center section. Then right here they had these black covers. I'll go on the other side so you can see it a little better. This is the center section right here. These are like the beauty panels of your T-tops. And they sell these as a kit. It's a 3-piece kit. This is the 1-piece center section. And then it has 2 of these side pieces that go right here. So these side pieces screw down right here, and basically they cover up a lot of this damage. And then when you got your seals in here and your chrome trim on, you can't see these holes back here where it's leaking water. So when you go to buy one of these cars, a guy might tell you, oh yeah, man, I got all new seals in the T-tops. They're perfect. They don't leak. And they just put a coat of paint on a piece of shit. And it's just crazy to me that people go to this link to get over on somebody else instead of just having the problem fixed the correct way. So when you go to look at these T-top cars, man, you need to really inspect them. And like I said, it's hard to tell because this cover covers a lot. Then you got your seals in here and stuff. But you need to pull them seals down. Pull them seals down and look. The seals should not be glued inside of these cars. Them seals should not be glued in here. They all slide into tracks. And they might have a little piece of glue on the bottom, but they slide into these tracks. You see these tracks hold them seals in there. Even in the center section, the tracks hold the seals in there. In the front section, the same track holds the seals down in there. So you should be able to pull them seals back and look. And if them seals is glued in there, then you know that they're concealing something, or that them T-tops is leaking and that they're trying to cover some shit up. So just be mindful when you go to buy these daggone T-top cars, man, because a lot of people, that's what they're looking for. When they look at this G-body platform, guys are like, oh man, I want a T-top Cutlass. I want a T-top Monte Carlo. Now, T-top Regals is very rare. I don't know why, but you see very, very few T-top Regals compared to the Cutlass and the SS Monte Carlo. I don't know why, but that's just how it's been my whole life. So the Cutlass and the SS Monte Carlos are the ones that you're going to see the most T-tops of. And guys are, you know, those are one of the most sought after G-bodies right now because guys love the T-tops. So just be mindful when you buy this stuff and do a little research. And if you don't know about it, take somebody with you, man. Take somebody with you that's knowledgeable about cars and have them check it out for you before you end up wasting your money and buying something like this. Luckily, Classic Industries makes this replacement one stamp piece header panel. So comes with your new windshield lip. Of course, you see this right here is where your windshield will get tacked in. This panel will get tacked in and your windshield glues along this edge. It gives you a little bit of the corner structure to hopefully find some good metal in there, weld the corner structure in, then it gets spot welded in there. But this only replaces the top section. So like I went on my live and was showing, it only replaces, you see these spot welds, it just replaces this top section. This bottom section right here is structure to your front windshield and your T-tops. So once I undo all of these spot welds, of course I got to pull the front windshield out, get all of these spot welds drilled out, pull this rusty part of the header panel off. Then I got to go up under here and make sure that this bottom structure is good. And you can see that it's just been holding water for so long. And I'm hoping to God that I don't got to do a bunch of whole repairs on this underside section. So once I get all of this taken off, I'll wire wheel all of that down, get it cleaned up real good, and be able to assess the damage. And hopefully that it's just some surface rust in there and that, you know, we caught the problem before it really rusted this bottom panel out. This section back here, of course, this is a lead joint. So I'm probably going to have to, just for my ease of my mind, pull the quarter window out because I don't want to damage the seal around the corner window, even though they already painted over it. But pull the quarter window out. That way, when I start going in here, I'm gonna have to burn some of that lead out. Hopefully I can just burn it out to here and I can replace this section right here and make me a new section with this metal. But you see it's rusted up under there. So now I got to get up in there and wire wheel all of this and make sure it's good. So I'm gonna have to drop the headliner, pull the rear seats out, probably pull the pillar panels out, everything, so that I'm not welding in here and a spark goes down in there and catches something on fire and I don't know about it, because they love to stick